So another question I'll be asked is how important is conditioning, pad work, sandbag work, all these different things that you can do for your Wing Chun to be effective in combat sports and stuff. And in my argument would even be for the street, for anything. I think them things are super important. If you're not hitting pads, if you're not hitting the sandbags to condition, if you're not sparring, then for me, what's going to happen in a fight? Yeah, you've got a technical advantage with Wing Chun because it's very sophisticated in terms of how it applies itself. I mean, someone grabs hold of you, you can strike them in a throw, you can drop them, all that sort of stuff. Wing Chun is a very effective system, and I'd say Wing Chun is the ultimate self-defense in my mind, because Wing Chun has direct application, but also has the chi sao skill, which means we can firefight under pressure, we can think to deal with problems and problem solve. But to problem solve, we need to be unstressed. Now, in a fight situation, it's stressful, right? If you're not putting yourself in a stressful situation, either by some sparring or conditioning, you're not used to dealing with adversity, you're not used to feeling tired and exhausted and having to dig deeper, then I think what happens to most people in a fight situation, either a sport fight or a street fight, is they will freeze, because your body goes from your cortex into your limbic brain, and limbic brain goes into fight or flight. Okay, so to stay in the cortex, you need to be really focused on what your job at hand is. And to do that, you need to be in the grind, right? So you should be in that daily grind. Your training should be not always comfortable, right? So obviously as a beginner, it's comfortable because someone's teaching you stuff, they're teaching you chi sao, they're doing drills with you and stuff. That's all great. But even my beginners from day one, we're doing forms, we do some sticking drills, we do some stance drills, we do movement active drills. So before they learn chi sao, we're working on the stance, we're working on stuff. I'll put gloves on them, get them to hit some pads, and get to do some light body sparring, even from day one, because you need to feel what it's like when you're tired. Right? When you're tired, you want to go home. When you're tired, you don't want to do it. Okay, but in a street fight or an MMA fight where someone's going to hurt you, you've got no choice. If you don't do it, you're going to get hurt. Okay, so you need to be used to digging deep and looking into yourself, right, and knowing what you want to do. A good example again is like look at jiu-jitsu guys, right? You see fights, MMA fights, where jiu-jitsu guy is getting smashed, right, for 2 rounds, getting smashed completely, but he doesn't give up, because his defense is solid. He knows what he's trying to do. He's just looking for that submission all the time, and then sometimes, last round, the guy pulls a submission off. He never gave up, never lost belief in what he could do. He knew there was a way. He just had to make that way happen. One of my guys, it happened to. He's a very, very tough striker. Very, very tough striker. His Wing Chun level is really good in terms of how he strikes. His power development is awesome. His opponent realized this and just went for the takedown all day long, and had a good, strong, solid takedown. It was bigger guy, stronger guy. Took my guy down for the first round and dominated for the first round. Second round, took my guy down. Didn't dominate because my guy's defense was better the second time, but my guy couldn't get up because the guy was really heavy, really strong, good grappler. Third round, that guy was getting tired because he'd been doing a lot of takedowns, and his corner was saying, "This is it, you got it, just take him down one more time, and the fight's finished." My guy wasn't tired. He was beaten up, but he is tough. We've done a lot of training. He's had me on top of him, smashing him for rounds and rounds and rounds. He knows, you just got to stick in there and stay in there. On the last round, the guy was getting tired. My guy reversed the takedown and got top position, threw some elbows and hurt the guy. The guy managed to get back up. He went for takedown again because his game plan was takedown, right? Then my guy put a guillotine on him and tapped him out with about 2-3 seconds to go and won the fight. So, that was just mental toughness, resilience, hours and hours of training where he's been in that position of adversity and knowing that the fight's never finished until it's done, and the referee calls it a day and he goes to the judges' scorecards or the person who's beat you. If you're not out, you're not beaten, then you can still keep going. That only comes from pushing yourself in your sparring. Now, the mistake with sparring is people spar like they're fighting and they hurt each other, and then people don't want to spar. Right? When I say about sparring is not fighting. Sparring can be done light. A lot of times when we're sparring, we go light contact to the head, a little bit heavy to the body. We're just getting our work rate up, getting a big sweat on, getting punched in the face, but we punch usually the top of the head and side of the head, so we're not busting people's noses all the time, we're not punching each other in the mouth. Because what you want someone to do is deal with the reaction. The punches come in, getting your hands up, moving. If you're hitting too hard all the time, the person's going to get punchy and flinchy, and they're going to flinch from the punches all the time. So you develop the wrong idea. I saw one fight come to train me once for another camp. Just sort of came in and just for a sort of day session because they're from another club. and it was a female. And when she sparred, she was really gun shy, and gun shy means that she didn't like to get hit. And she was a good fighter, but the problem is that she's used to fighting with guys, and they've been hitting her too hard. So she's actually learned to kind of try not to get hit, and then try to get the takedown all the time. For me, that's the wrong kind of training. What I want to do is teach that person to get used to getting hit, not too hard, so they get confident, build their confidence up, and then they can start making their game work. Okay, and then once that happens, then because they're confident about controlling things, when they do get hit a little bit harder, don't worry about it. But if you start off getting hit too hard too quick, it can really be detrimental to your game plan, right? To your learning, right? But so for me, yeah, sparring, bag work, conditioning is king. You have to be conditioned. You look at all the wrestlers, they have great technique and great flow, great movement, but condition is so important. They spend as much time conditioning as they do, training the technique. In traditional Chinese martial arts nowadays, most people think that you can just do your internal training, do your drills, and you'll be fine. It's not going to happen. In a real situation, the guy's going to be strong. You have to deal with force. Even if you don't want to use too much force, you have to deal with force, right? So you still need to be conditioned to be able to apply your stuff and to apply your skill. To apply your skill softly and with control is not easy to do under pressure. Okay, so you've got to be used to the pressure. So when you get the pressure, you can still do it under pressure. I can still control someone using brute force with my body skills. I can still do that because I'm so used to dealing with heavy guys, big guys, strong guys. So you understand how to apply yourself. So you got to be out of that comfort zone, and you've got to be in the grind. If you're not out of the comfort zone and in the grind, you're not really doing the martial arts justice to yourself, right?